Oh wow, I didn't even realize Super 73 got a new app. What is going on? It feels good to be back riding on the Super 73 S2. I'm all mic'd up, I'm all videoed up, I'm all bundled up because as you saw, it is 33 degrees here in Utah. And I thought it would be a good opportunity to do a range test with the ChiBattery Ranger 2.0 in the cold. Because if you know anything about lithium batteries, they don't perform as well in the cold. So we're just gonna see what kind of range we get. Now, I'm just gonna ride it to about 25%. I don't wanna drain it too crazy. It's still actually a pretty new battery. It was sent to me last fall, and then it became winter time. So I definitely don't wanna do anything to jeopardize the battery. Still kind of in a break-in period. Hopefully riding it in the cold isn't an issue. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna check in with you about every 5 miles, give you a percentage and a distance. Well, you'll know because it's every 5 miles, but we'll just see how this battery does. I'm trying to keep it pretty even kill. I do live in a hilly neighborhood, so obviously that's gonna be a factor on the batteries, but I'm staying high up on the hillside for now, and then we'll kind of drop down into the valley. But yeah, I'll just check in every 5 miles. I'm just about to hit mile 1. We're at 97%. I don't know if you can see this on screen or not, but it's legit snowing. I haven't gone quite 5 miles. I'm just under 3, but wanted to show you. Getting some weird brake chatter. So I'm just about to hit my first 5 miles. The battery is at 87%. Again, that's with the ChiBattery Ranger, and obviously the stock battery. That's the Ranger 2.0. If you're interested in a ChiBattery, I have a discount code. If you use the code SESSIONS73, you get 5% off your order. So be sure to check that out. Okay, I just hit 5 miles. It was not snowing when I started, and I also looked at the forecast, and snow is not in the forecast either. Hopefully it doesn't deter my little experiment here. Also, I've thrown the Badger tires back on. I've been riding with the Grizzlies for quite some time, but I threw the Badgers back on, and I actually have them to full PSI just to get as little resistance on the road as possible. It definitely makes for a less comfortable ride. I actually was running the Grizzlies around 20% or 20 PSI, maybe a little higher, maybe 25. But oh, I got my blinker on. But yeah, I have the Badgers right now, full capacity. Okay. Pretty chilly. My feet are cold. That's about it, except for my face, but that's manageable. But I'll check back in with you in another 5 miles. Ooh, I don't want to go down that on these tires. Dang, I was hoping that trail opened up. All right, just hit the 10-mile mark, and I'm at 75%. 10 miles down 25%, another 10 miles will put me at 50. Maybe I'll be able to squeeze 30 miles out of this ride. And before you go and say, like, oh, you're only going to get 30 miles out of an extra battery, there's a few things to take into consideration. One is my bike's pretty heavy at this point. I'm pretty heavy, plus I'm wearing a ton of extra clothes, so you know, the battery's got to do a little bit more work to move me around. I live in a hilly neighborhood and it's below freezing temperatures. So a lot of factors in that range. Of course, I'll do this again in the summer. But yeah, I'll check in another 5 miles. Looks like I'm not the only fool out here in the snow on a two-wheel vehicle. Just hit 15 miles. Well, I just looked down and I was already at 15, like 15.05. But checking in, we're at 61%, so dropped about 15%. Again, I'm gonna call it around 25% and just see where we're at. But it is so cold. My little thermometer right here, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, and it got twisted, showing that it's below 30 degrees. Also, it's 3 o'clock, so it's getting late in the day for a winter day. So it's cooling down, but hanging in there. It is a little cold. I wish I was warmer, that's for sure. I love that view. It's a beautiful mountain up there, just all covered in snow. So a while back I installed this twist throttle right there, and I find myself riding the front brake a little bit more than I should because I'm accelerating with my twist throttle here. So I'm debating after this ride if I should switch my rear brake over here to the left to kind of match my Talaria. I got a car behind me. Got to be careful on bridges for the ice. I do not want to go down. I hope this trail goes all the way through the canyon someday. That would be awesome. Hardcore rollerblader. Hope she doesn't hit a bunch of rocks. All right, just about to hit 20 miles. There we go, 20 miles. And I'm at 49%. So if I was riding today on more flat land, not staying on the throttle the whole time, maybe if it was warmer, I could probably squeak out 40 miles on this battery with the type of riding that I'm doing right now. Maybe. I would predict that if I rode this to 0, that I'd probably crap out at like 35 miles, just because your economy gets worse as the battery percentage gets lower. Also, you probably can't see it on my phone, but I'm at 48 volts right now, and I think I don't want to get below 46, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see here. This is where I found a gun once when I was riding. Right here. I had to call the cops. I have a video of it. I'll link it. But I'll check back in with you at 25 miles. Geez, this knocked off 2% going up this big old hill. I'll tell you what though, before Super 73 did their torque update, I couldn't make it up that hill on throttle. So that was a nice update a little while back. So I'm probably at a point where I should turn around and head back towards my house just so I don't get stranded or run the battery too low. I was saying that you shouldn't go below 46 volts. Right now I'm at 45, so I'm gonna have to look that up. Things still feel good. I don't think that I'm doing any damage to the battery here. Maybe it's lower than that. So I gotta double check that. Okay, just about to hit 25 miles. I've ridden from my house to South Ogden. There we go, 25 miles. Now I'm in North Ogden. This is my turnaround point. I'm at 34%. I am definitely extending it here. I shouldn't have ridden this far north, but you know what? It's for science. So let's head back. Let's see if we can squeeze 30 miles out of this thing. I was hoping to get a little bit better performance, but again, with how cold it is, with the weight of the bike, with my weight, with the type of terrain I've been riding, I'm really not let down or anything. I'm not surprised. There's a bunch of factors, but I'll just have to do this again when there's appropriate weather. Also, I'm glad to know that my rear end isn't too sore after this. Maybe it's just numb from the cold. Without riding, you know, you don't build up those muscles. So yeah, 33%. Riding at 46.59 volts. Of course, I am going downhill right now. Do have the wind at my back, but yeah, we'll probably get 30 miles out of this. So I'll just head home where it's nice and warm. So this is interesting. The Badgers are actually rubbing against this third-party fork that I bought. I wonder if I let some air out of the tires if that wouldn't happen. That wasn't happening with my Grizzlies either. So, weird. So I just hit 25%. I'm at 28.46 miles. So my theory of being able to squeeze out 40 miles off this battery, I don't think so. Also, I'm pulling 43.89 volts. Better double check my numbers there, make sure I'm keeping the batteries healthy. You just don't want to run the voltage too low. You know, your BMS will help protect from that, but you just want to do your best not to. So yeah, you can hear the Badgers rubbing on my fork. I don't have the Super 73 fork on this. All right, here I am at the 30-mile mark. Oh shoot, I need to be down there. I'm at the 30-mile mark. I'm at 21%. I'm a mile or so from my house. So it's time to limp this bad boy home. I'm going to keep the camera rolling just in case something interesting happens. And I have a hill to go up. Ooh, nice. Still at 21%. I don't love this, but here we go. 20%. When the battery's this low, you can't hit the top speeds. It might even cut out. Right now it says I'm going 29 on the app, and my coin indicator says 28. Oh, now they both say 28. So this road has a slight incline, then it's a hill up to my house. Luckily I'm not too far away. I just did not want to get this low. Like I said at the top of the video, I wanted to ride until 25%, but then I saw North Ogden and I thought I'd just keep going to to, you know, hit all 3 towns. 19%. Don't love it. Again, I'm riding with the ChiBattery Ranger, the new one, 2.0. If you're interested in extending your range, which I couldn't have gone this far without it, obviously. I have a code down below, SESSIONS73. Click the link. You get 5% off your order. That's a pretty decent discount on this battery. Also, you can order fast chargers, batteries for other bikes, like I have one for my Talaria, Sur-Rons. You got the supercharger, the super fast charger, all that. So be sure to check out ChiBatterySystems. They've been a huge supporter of this channel, so I shout them out whenever I can. I've made a lot of content around their batteries, and I'm a fan. I initially bought their gear, and then they saw what I was doing, and like I said, they've been supporting this channel. We're limping home. Oh, at 18%, 17%. Jeez, dog scared the crap out of me. This bike is dogging. Oh, okay, 14%, 32.36 miles. Oh man, even my Osmo battery is at 5%. There you have it, the range test with the Super 73 S2 and the ChiBatterySystems Ranger 2.0 installed. I made it just over 32 miles. I rode for an hour and 45 minutes. Again, I just want to emphasize a few things. It's cold. Batteries do not do great in the cold. And so to see what this true range is, I'm gonna have to redo this test in the summertime. Hopefully I can get to that 40-mile mark. And as I've already said, I live in a very hilly area. I'm a larger rider. My bike is a lot heavier. So those are all factors. You know, I post these videos about batteries and the range, and people are like, oh my gosh, it's not the range that's advertised. We're looking at best case scenario. You know, you're at pedal assist 2, you're not on the throttle the whole time, you're helping the bike go, then you might get those longer ranges. But for the type of riding I do, I mean, an hour and 45 minutes on this thing is actually a pretty long time. So I'm not disappointed. Yeah, I know I threw out that 40-mile remark earlier in the video, but again, not too disappointed. Of course, would I love to be able to get more and more range? Yes, but I'm not going to complain too much. With that being said, I got to get these batteries on a charger. I don't want to store them at this low of a level. You don't really want to ride them to this level, but I did it for you. And of course, you don't want to charge them in below freezing temperatures. That's not good for lithium batteries. It's okay to ride them in below freezing temperatures, just don't charge them in below freezing temperatures. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it informative. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Are these your expectations? Do you think it should have got more or less? Curious to hear what you think. And of course, while you're down there, hit that subscribe button. Have a great rest of your day.